Here we go. This totally ruined axe is the project for our master restorer, Red, in this episode. Judging by the large chunks of flaking rust, it's clear this piece has suffered severe corrosion. Beyond the rust, there's a truly unsettling detail right here at the eye of the axe, a cluster of rusty iron nails that honestly gives me goosebumps. The purpose of these nails was to expand the top of the handle, ensuring a tighter fit with the axe head, basically acting like metal wedges. But driving in this many was totally unnecessary, making them a real hassle to pull out, so Red applies some WD-40 to help ease them loose. Many people mistake WD-40 for just a rust remover, but rust removal is only part of what it does. Its real power lies in its penetration ability. Thanks to its extremely low surface tension, WD-40 seeps deep into microscopic gaps between parts, carrying its lubricating components along. As it works its way between the steel nails and wood, it breaks down the stubborn rust bonds and reduces friction, freeing up the stuck components. So strictly speaking, our trusty WD-40 is more accurately described as a penetrating lubricant or loosening agent, rather than a traditional rust remover. Now that the head and handle are separated, Red's next step is using a bench grinder with a wire wheel to buff away the rust. Compared to rigid grinding wheels or sanding discs, a wire wheel's biggest advantage is that it removes rust without damaging the underlying metal. The fast-spinning wires chip away the iron oxide, but won't rapidly grind down the actual steel, making it perfect for early restoration stages to clean tough rust, while preserving the original shape. With the rust completely gone, it's easier to gauge exactly how much material needs to be ground down to restore this axe to its former smooth finish. For the grinding tool, an angle grinder with a sanding disc is chosen. Honestly, if those rust pits were only on the flat surface, they'd just be a cosmetic issue. Some might even find that textured look charming, but if those pits sit on the blade edge or other high-stress areas, they can cause stress concentrations, leading to future cracking during use. So, this grinding process isn't just for aesthetics. It's essential for reshaping the axe's profile and ensuring the surface is smooth and structurally continuous. After the rough grind, Red slices about 7 to 8 millimeters off the top of the axe head, which begs the question, why intentionally shorten it? The reason actually relates to how the original handle was installed. As we saw, it was jammed full of iron nails. Over time, those nails caused the steel around the top of the eye to warp and wear out, leaving jagged edges, so cutting it off creates a clean, flat top surface. Also, notice he wraps the blade in a wet rag to absorb the intense heat from cutting, preventing it from ruining the temper of the steel. With the top trued up, we move into the main grinding phase, starting with a very coarse 36 grit sanding belt that has massive cutting power. Its main job is to quickly strip away the remaining corrosion, fix the profile, and smooth out any deep gouges left by the angle grinder. Before stepping up the grit, Red takes some time to clean out and reshape the inside of the axe eye. Next, he switches to a 60 grit belt, designed to blend out the deep scratches from the 36 grit and start evening out the surface. Then comes the brown 80 grit belt, which finally erases all the pitting, shifting the focus from heavy shaping to surface refinement. From there, he progresses through 120 and 240 grit belts, transforming the metal from rough and coarse to a smooth, refined matte finish. Rather than jumping straight to polishing, Red takes a step back to hand sand the axe using 400 and then 600 grit sandpaper. Now, many might look at the 240 grit finish and think it's perfectly fine, but relying solely on machines leaves hidden flaws. Belt grinders are incredibly efficient, but they only cut in a single direction, meaning any slight shift in angle creates cross scratches and spiral marks on the metal. These marks are hard to spot in a matte finish, but once polished, they'll be glaringly obvious, which is why manual hand sanding is so crucial here. Hand sanding allows for total control over the direction of the strokes, effectively erasing all those machine-made imperfections. With the sanding completely done, it's time to polish, starting with a coarse buffing wheel and a brown polishing compound. Polishing compound is essentially a solid abrasive packed with tiny grit particles held together by wax and oil binders. The grit size dictates the polish level. After the coarse and medium stages, red swaps to a softer buffing wheel and a fine white compound, which uses microscopic abrasives. This removes any lingering microscratches, allowing light to reflect perfectly and giving the axe head a flawless, mirror-like finish. Now polished, you'd think the handle is next, but Red instead applies a rust prevention treatment we all know and love, hot bluing. However, slightly differently this time. After heating the metal, he directly applies oil with a rag, varying the application time on different sections. By controlling the heat and oil exposure, he builds up varying thicknesses of oxide layers, which catch the sunlight in a stunning gradient of blues, purples, browns, and golds. Honestly, while preventing rust is the main goal here, ... single quotes as clear he's really after that stunning gradient visual effect. Next up is crafting the handle. Red chose this piece of oak, a classic hardwood known for its high density and incredible impact resistance. Its internal structure features dense, longitudinally arranged wood fibers, meaning even under heavy blows, it won't snap easily like ordinary wood. Beyond that, oak has excellent rot resistance thanks to its high tannin content, protecting it from fungi and insects, ensuring a long lifespan even outdoors. After tracing the handle template onto the wood, a bandsaw makes quick work of cutting out the rough shape. With the blank cut out, he grabs a wood rasp to meticulously sculpt the handle's precise contours. Once the coarse shape is manually rasped out, he moves to a belt sander to quickly round off the edges. Interestingly, the curve of this wheel perfectly matches the handle's grip. Since it's an inflatable rubber wheel, it slightly deforms under pressure, ensuring a perfectly contoured sanding job. Next is fitting the top of the handle to the axe eye. He marks it, rough cuts it, and then fine-tunes the dimensions by hand for a perfect fit. Now that the final shape is dialed in, it's time for progressive hand sanding, working all the way from 40 grit up to 220 grit. Finishing with 220 grit leaves the handle feeling incredibly smooth, ready for Red to apply a protective finishing oil. This oil, typically a blend of natural drying oils, resins, and solvents, penetrates deep into the wood and polymerizes as it dries, forming an ultra-thin, durable protective shield. Right before marrying the head and handle, he cuts a cross slot into the top of the wood. With the slot ready, he seats the axe head, adds some protective oil, and hammers in the prepared wooden wedge. After driving the wooden wedge down as far as it'll go, he saws off the excess and then red drives in 3 steel step wedges. Why add steel? Simple. Would ages? Constant heavy impacts cause the wooden wedge to loosen over time, so the steel wedges act as an insurance policy, securely locking everything together. After a final touch-up, it's time to sharpen the blade, officially bringing this once rusted-out piece of junk back to life as a fully restored axe.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love